Hi everyone, welcome back to my backyard. So today I just want to give you a quick look what I have been growing, what kind of vegetable I have been harvesting. But I just want to shrink just all over here a little bit, so you might want to see what's the stage of my backyard at the moment. And you can see now the garden bed, the new veggie patch that I created, and it got some sun at the moment, and now you know the days get longer, and at the moment I think 12 o'clock, maybe 12 o'clock, it got some sun now. But before that area when it got sun, I think it was like 2 or 3 p.m. So I just want to show you, maybe you want to see how this asparagus doing that I planted in this area not long ago in the new veggie patch area. On the asparagus, it starts shooting up now. So that's really exciting. I do have some container. I grow some salad over there as well. I might just come back there and show you a little bit later. But first of all, a lot of roses. I feel it's pruning for them. And on this side, I just prune them, and some daffodils they start shooting up as well. And if you remember, I got one container of the Germany black pie, and I just filling up with some pansy underneath that tree, and they are shooting up beautiful. I mean, the container looks quite full at the moment. It's very pretty, like that. And underneath this apricot tree, I think this tree is more park for the name of the varieties. And I do have some hellebores there and pansy here. This pansy I grow with a year now, always blooming. And another hellebores over there. The bees love the hellebore. And I do have some spring bulb in this area as well. They start shooting up. And by the way, let me just show you the spring bulb container. If you remember that I planted 3 containers like this, and I will show you in a different video later, so you might want to have a look as well. But this beautiful daffodil. This is the first year I got this type of. Oh, the bees are flying all around, but beautiful. Alright, and let me show you this. All of them do you know what are they? They have coriander. A lot of coriander. They sell seeded. I do have some lettuces. They sell seeded over there. I just threw some poppy seed, and they all over there as well. But I might divide them to dot them around a little bit, so they're not in the whole clump together over there. But anyway, let's going back to this area before I want to show you what kind of vegetable we are growing at the moment, or what kind of vegetable we have been harvesting. So first, you can see all of this I tie together to protect the cauliflower head. So for me, for my experience, by the way, with the broccoli, I don't need to tie them to protect the head, but the cauliflower, both the purple one and the white variety, if you live in very frosty area, you should tie them like this. Or sometimes some people just break the leaf and the top on the top. I'll cover the top of the head to protect their head. Otherwise, some of the head will get frozen and get some damage. Alright, so here the area that I have a lot of pak choi as well. Let me show you. So we're going to have a lot of this pak choi because my husband, he wants to make kimchi. So we made a lot of kimchi last year too, and the year before. But last year was just so spicy, and I couldn't eat. At the end, we have to give away, and we have to throw some of them out. I couldn't bear it. It was too spicy. But anyway, here I do have some cauliflower head. I just tie them up like this, so to protect them. But in this area, I do have a lot of lettuces as well. So normally I grow lettuces, I go in the container like this. So I have less chance of snail and stuck come to eat them. And so for the garden bed, I can grow something else. It's just so lush and beautiful. Look at that. And so I think a few weeks ago when I gave some lettuce to my friends, and I just cut the whole one for her, because normally I just have them just the outer leaves, But on that day I gave some away, so to give her the whole clump, so for her and her family to enjoy. So that's why you can see some of the area were empty like this. By the way, I just want to show you the two container that I grow them. I think that's one mustard or rocket. I always mixing up with the name of them. Look at that. Can you tell me mustard or rocket? I always mixing up with the name. But anyway, and this one are the spinach, and these two container I sold the seeds were, I think, at the mid-late autumn, and they, because at that time the weather is still warm and they shooting up very quick, and then they produce a lot of leaf, and we have eating, I think, from May at the beginning of winter, and we are now nearly at nearly the end of the winter now. The spring will arrive in another week or so. So we have harvesting a lot of salad leaves, so lots of spinach, mustard, and I show you the other two container of my lettuces as well. They're doing very well. And I do have this area, I leave the container here. I do have some sun in here, but you know, in the summer I can't leave the two container here because too much of sun in the summer. But at the moment I leave the container here. Anyway, so this area on my right side here, the garden bed, I have a broccoli, and we all harvested the big head. You can see this stem here. I cut the big head, and now they're all shooting up the young shoot. I really love this variety because, you know, they are very long harvest. And a lot of Thai, I think some of the other Thai, you know, they just put it one big head and you might have some little one from that. But this variety, you just got like one medium head, and after that you got so much of little shoot like this, just so many, and they're all very healthy as well. I hope you can see them, just so lush and so healthy. Alright, let me go back here a little bit. So because I want to show you the garlic bed. Okay, so the garlic bed on my left side, and they all looking very good as well. Look at that. They're all looking very good, and I plant every single clove. All of them, they came up, they're no problem. And all of these, I saved them, you know, we to go garlic, and we have it. We save some, and to eat we save some to grow. So I have been doing like this for several years now. So they're doing very well, and this area a little bit bare. Let me zoom back in this area. You can see a little bit bare here, but I want to save the spot in this area to grow zucchini in the summer or when the spring arrives. So because the zucchini, they need a lot of sun and need a lot of space, so this area I want to dedicate for the zucchini. And far away at the back there, I don't know what is that called in English, but in Vietnamese we call celery. But and the leaves and the smell of that celery just so intense. It's really nice. We normally use them to stir fry in with beef or with tofu, and it's really beautiful. And I got them for several years now. You know, when they just we just grow them like coriander, and they very fast tolerant as well. We just grow them like coriander. I mean, if you let one tree or one plant to flower, and then after that they self-seeded, and they just everywhere. I have to pull so much of them out as well because we can't fulfill all of them. And let me show you this. My peony bush, they start shooting up now. Alright, and some other peony bush as well. There, over here, and the whole row area inside here, their own peony rows. Alright, so let's look at the new garden bed I got over there. So I just show you that I plant all the type of broccoli or cauliflower, and they that Thai. I will try to put the name on the screen, but let me find the task first. Right, here is the task. So I just found, and I bought all of them on clearance, and the variety called Romanesco. Yeah, Romanesco. It's very new to me, but I know that a lot of people in my area they have been grow them very successfully. But just the fact that because I plant them quite late, because I grow them, I plant them like for the spring crop. So hopefully at that time the weather not too warm up and for the head to form. But all of them they doing very well actually. But one of the plant I don't understand. It's looking sad. I think it's dying. Maybe so I might just pull it out. But all of them, they looking really good. And in fact, that I have done anything to them because we got so much rain, and they shooting. They're going very fast. And a lot of my tree, I don't know. I never remember exactly how many fruit tree I have in my backyard and how many I have in the front yard. But a lot of trees, as in my mandarins, I still have some underneath them. And that lemon tree, I have it all of the lemons. The sun today is very warm, so I think I should open the cover for my trees after filming this video. And the nectarine starting perform the buds. A lot of but there. Hopefully this year I will have some nectarine though, because last year we got so much rain and the bee couldn't come, and we got so much fungus on the leaves to make the leaves get cold so badly. And I got some over of the very tiny little cloves of the garlic. I plant all of them here and they all coming up very well. Look at that. Alright, so next we're going to this side. My peony rose, I did show you in the video. I plant the whole area here, and some daffodil as well. They are all starting shooting up as well. If you can see the peony rose there, a lot over there. Anyway, so hopefully this season it can be good season for the fruit and vegetable. But I know that they're going the people, or they talk on the internet. They say that this year we can have a wet season again. So we'll see how we go. Oh, by the way, I do have some Chilean guava bush that I got them I think years ago. They're all doing well in the container. Some on the tip here they got burned, but overall they look pretty good. And I got one bush of the yellow raspberry over here. I think I should report it in the big tub, like the tub I got over here, because you know I don't have a big yard, and although I don't have big space, so I just have to grow the raspberry in the container because I don't want they go everywhere. By the way, I do have a lot of clematis on the fan. I want to prune them though. I haven't done any pruning for them. And a lot of my roses in the front, I haven't finished pruning them yet. I still waiting 40 rose bushes to go. And by the way, I do have this one, the broccoli, the purple broccoli. This one, the area that I plant the same time, this one, and the one that I just showed you over there, I plant them the same time, but this area, they got more sun, so they got much bigger. Look at that. And I already have it at the head. And I don't think they can send it more little shoot or anything underneath it, but I just let it here to see how it's go. But I just have it some of the leaves the other day to stir fry with garlic as well, and they're beautiful. You know, I got some elderberry cutting in here. I put it here and they all growing. Maybe I will show you how to be in the video how I did it, but it's very easy. I didn't do anything much. So here on this side, this on the top here is the apple tree. And underneath, I do have some leftover of the very small clove of the garlic as well. I just plant in this area as well. And my very tiny little of the broccoli as well. I plant. It's very late, so we'll see how it go. And here, on my left side, I got a lot of kales. I bought one of them on clearance as well. Let me show you. All the kale on clearance. And everything on clearance. Look at that. And they all do very well. And I remember like 3 big ones I pay $1 each. 3 big ones a while ago. And all the little one, they were in the whole tray and $1 as well. It was spending. And I thought it very good value. Look at that. And I got a lot of kales now. And continue to that, in this bed I planted a lot of beetroot and radishes together. We have it on the cabbage already. Sorry, on the radishes already. So on the leftover they are on beetroots now. And on my right side, if you remember, I did plant one passion fruit vine, but here you go. So this one, at the end, it was still looking good until I think -3, and after that we got to -5, -7, and it was just so cold, and we did not have much of sun, and they just were looking very sad at the end. No, I'm not going to do it anymore because every day I had to go out and cover the plants during the night and open during the day, and too much work for me. So at the end I took the cover off. I'm not doing it anymore, so I want to move the tree out. Alright, I'm standing back a little bit far away. I want to show you because of the framework over here that my father-in-law done very well to set them up for me, because I think the vertical is very good way to grow like a cucumber, to grow beans, because we all love them, and I like to grow Leafy as well. But for the spot of the passion fruit vine that over there, I want to play that with the persimmon tree. But I don't think I can train the persimmon tree into aspiria, because I just want to let the tree grow more natural way a little bit than aspiria. I want it to go into the frame shape. Like just example, if I put the tree right in the middle here, and then when the branches just go, I just kite train it a little bit more into the fan work. I don't know how to say that. If you know, please correct me on the screen, or if I find any more information about that word, I can put on the screen. So I think that's a plan for this area. And I think over here I just got a lot of blueberries. They are blooming beautiful at the moment. Let me show you. Look at that. Lots of flower over here, and this is the tree or the blueberry bush that someone gave to me, and still doing well in this area. I moved into this area so together with the blueberries for it to got pollinated as well, and still doing well, and love the color on the winter. It's beautiful color, and a lot of my blueberries in this area, they're all matching up now. So I think I will show you maybe the blueberry tour in the future. So I think that's it for the video today. I hope that you enjoy seeing the video, seeing what's my backyard at the moment, what they look like, and my lime tree, by the way. And so I just want to show you what kind of vegetable I'm growing at the moment, and so far still looking good and still beautiful. We enjoy a lot of vegetables and the beautiful weather today as well, but I do have a lot of cleanup to do. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and see you next video. Bye bye.